Yeah, on the back of a very strong third quarter, our year-to-date revenue grew by 11% and our EPS is growing by 15%. So very, very strong performance across the world, across the company, across our various businesses. The reason we are not upgrading guidance is that, first of all, we have a range in our guidance, and we can always, of course, end up at the top end of the range. We will also have a few potential headwinds. We still are not totally sure when Farxiga will go so-called VBP in China. We have a number of risk factors, tenders in Latin America may or may not come in the fourth quarter. So we decided to be cautious and potentially over-deliver if everything goes well.
Makes a lot of sense, Pascal, and appreciate the clarity. You've been a busy man over the last few weeks, Pascal. I'm sure many of our viewers watched you speaking alongside President Trump in the United States, and you've made significant headway in terms of Astra's relationship with the U.S., which I think is no easy feat for any CEO that's watching the program this morning. What's been key to building such a fruitful relationship with the U.S. president?
Well, I think it is really a question of understanding that the world is changing. The world is changing because there are new technologies that are actually enabling us now to see potential cure for a number of diseases. But also geographies, large countries want their products manufactured, these products manufactured in their country to have independence of supply. But they also want fairness across the world. And that's what President Trump wants. He wants to rebalance the cost and risk of innovation in our industry. And that's what he calls equalization. He wants to make sure that wealthy countries pay their fair share of the cost of developing those fantastic medicines that can save lives. And so we understood this and we agree with that. And so we've been pursuing a strategy of investing in the US so we can manufacture all of our products in the United States. We're investing in R&D in the United States because that's where a lot of innovation takes place. And we're also agreeing that the cost of innovation and the risk associated with it should be rebalanced across wealthy countries.
Pascal, we've been long given the line by the pharmaceutical industry that the cost of drugs in the United States goes into fueling the R&D cycle. And we can see it's been a very strong cycle for you in terms of clinical trials in the latest numbers. But what is the cost short term as you reach out to the US and close the gap with some of those expectations that President Trump has had from the industry?
Well, I mean, I think essentially the goal of President Trump is to see the cost of medicines in the United States decline over time, and the cost of these products in wealthy countries go up a little bit. So that's, you rebalance the cost across wealthy countries. That's what he called equalization. And so what we agreed to do was to address the 4 points in his letter and offer an immediate reduction on our prices for Medicaid. Medicaid is the insurance in the United States that cover patients who are disadvantaged. So we felt we needed to provide immediate relief to those budgets that are paid by states. And then we also agreed to prospectively equalize for our new products in the future across a basket of wealthy countries. And of course, we also agreed to deliver our products directly to patients for those who want to buy them directly. So, we have aligned our priorities to what actually is fair to do for the US, for the world. And of course, that's what the current administration wants to achieve.
Pascal, what are the implications of that priority? Do we see a hit to margin short term, an impact on the amount of research and development you can conduct for the new years? How do we think about the wash up of those priorities?
Well, actually, we have a very large company. We are present in almost every country around the world. We have a tremendous geographical footprint. We are growing very strongly in the emerging markets. In the US, we have a very large portfolio of new products, so we have strong momentum. So we can absorb the impact of these Medicaid reductions that we agreed to. And this will not affect our momentum and certainly not affect our 2030 ambition. So we believe we can absorb this and we can move as an industry into a new world where the cost and risk of innovation will be better shared across wealthy countries.